Seattle Atlantis astronauts basking in the successful launch of the Magellan Venus probe turned to more mundane pursuits today, troubleshooting minor snags and operating a series of low-key experiments. Last night's deployment of Magellan was the first launch of an interplanetary probe in 11 years and the first ever from a space shuttle. It's right on course within a correctable half degree on its 15-month, 800-million-mile voyage. The shuttle returns to Earth Monday at Edwards Air Force Base in California. And the parents of astronaut Mary Cleave are following developments closely from their home right here in southern New England. They live in Western Mass.
Oh.
She, of course, is the first woman astronaut since Judith Resnick and Krista McAuliffe on the Challenger.
All right, southern New England. That's nice to know. There we have another connection.
Yep.
There you go.
To follow. Thank you, Don. Time now for your first look at the traffic of the evening. Ken Wall's out there in the Connecticut National Bank Good Samaritan van. It's called, not Von, van. Ken, where are you? How does it look?
Well, right now I'm down in 95 in the Milford sections, and right now traffic is a mess. We have 50-minute to an hour delays crossing the George Washington Bridge in both directions. Traffic through Stamford is stop and go, all the way from exit 18 in Westport, right up through exit 27 in Bridgeport. You're not doing more than 10 miles an hour through the West Haven sections, right from exit 41 out to exit 51. And again, that's stop and go through the New Haven area. Up in Hartford, 91 northbound, you're heavy from 31 up through the service roads, then again from 37 to 41. 84 westbound is jammed right from 384 Merger all the way down through to Buckley Bridge. Eastbound's not much better, so it's not a nice afternoon commute. Reporting live from the Connecticut National Bank Samaritan van, this is Ken Wall with a Channel 3 traffic check.
Thank you, Ken. What's it like to stand in the gallery at Churchill Downs and watch a horse that you own run for the roses? I don't know, but we'll talk to a Connecticut man who knows the thrill of thoroughbred racing. He'll join us after the break. Stay with us, please.
You have heard about his gold mine scheme, the swastika attack, and the outrageous talk show. But now, outrageous charges from the people who know him best.
Mort is not going to go quietly into the dark night. He's capable of anything from shooting himself on the air to, shooting one of his guests and then himself.
On Inside Edition, the worst of Morton Downey Jr.
Tonight at 7 on FSB-3.
This is it, the big weekend for horse lovers. The first Saturday in May is Kentucky Derby Day. The 115th run for the Roses at Churchill Downs will begin in less than 24 hours. Now, most of us have only heard about and read about the excitement of the parties and the actual race. Scott Savin knows exactly what Derby Day is like. He's been there. The Farmington resident breeds and races horses for a living, and in 1973, one of the horses from Savin Enterprises raced against Secretariat. Scott is not going to Kentucky this year, lucky for us, because he's joining us now from his Farmington office. Hello to you, Scott. We thank you for joining us today.
That's quite all right.
You know, there are some people that would say, boy, all this hoopla for 2 minutes, because when you think about it, it's all over in about 2 minutes. I ask you, as someone who knows, tell us, what's the big deal about the Kentucky Derby?
Well, aside from being a national sporting historic event, there's so much behind the scenes and so much that goes into getting a horse ready for this race. The race is over in 2 minutes, but there's years and years of preparation that begins when the horse is about 10 months old. So you're looking at approximately 18, 20 months of working and training with the horse by various people to get him ready. Culminates in this day tomorrow, which is a terrific event.
Do you remember what it was like when you guys were there?
I remember as a youngster, a lot of parties.
As a youngster? I mean, Scott, I'm looking at you saying, boy, this guy looks about 16. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of parties and a lot of excitement and a lot of fun. And really, if you won, it was a tremendous, exciting feeling. But just being there, just being a part of it and being included and all the attention that was going on, all the things that were happening, just made it a fantastic event.
You know, I keep hearing that they call horse racing the sport of kings. Do you think of it as a sport for the very rich?
Well, in years gone by, it has been. And today you'll see in the race tomorrow owners from the very rich to those people that went out and spent $5,000 on a Lark, and it paid off, and they've got a horse in the Kentucky Derby. So I think that while it has a reputation as the sport of kings, it's rewarded people from all economic classes.
And there really can be a lot of money in the Kentucky Derby if your horse should win and you can go on to bigger and better things. I was reading something like you have a shot of a $5 million purse at the very end. Is that true?
If you sweep all 3 races in the Triple Crown, the Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes, you win $5 million. If you're the leading point getter through the Triple Crown, but you don't win all 3, then you get a $1 million bonus.
Not bad. Also, I was reading that traditionally a horse has only one chance to race in the Kentucky Derby when he's 3 years old. Why is that?
Well, the 3-year-old year, for some reason, has been the most notable year for thoroughbreds. They don't necessarily peak physically at 3, but historically, that's been the year of big money.
All right, Scott, we thank you for joining us. We see all the impressive trophies and pictures back there on the wall. Best of luck to you. Continued success, she's trying to say.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The showers, as Dave told you, are on the way, and he says they'll be around for maybe the entire weekend. Isn't that always the way? The forecast for you when we come back. Stay with us, please.